Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, we're hopping into another game here for the 2v2 tournament. Brand new, fresh series. Team versus team. Spawning here to the top left side of the map. It's gonna be the E-Punks, kids. It's gonna be the combination of the green Terran,
Lillekanin
and his ally,
Spacemarine.
Their opponents, however, are two top-tier pro players in 1v1. We have the red Terran,
uThermal
and his ally,
Goblin.
Now, in fairness, Goblin went from being this real sick up-and-comer to be like this guy who suddenly has no confidence, and I don't understand why. But Goblin's a really solid player all around. Him and uThermal play together fairly often, so I imagine they've got some good team synergy. But let me tell you more about these players you might not recognize to the top side. First off, not a super fan of Spacemarine. Spacemarine, I'm just going to say it, he's a stupid little fucking kid. But that being said, we've all been stupid little fucking kids. I'm not a huge fan of Spacemarine, but I am a huge fan of Lillekanin. And Lillekanin's a guy I've been casting for probably 7 of the 8 years I've been streaming. He used to play in a lot of the Zotac Cups and 1v1s and was always kind of like a decent player. Not somebody that really stood out to me as, oh my god, this guy's crazy. He played mech, he was fun. But he's never someone I expected to win the tournament. However, that point of view changed because I didn't know at the time when I first got into casting that Lillekanin was more of a 2v2 player than he really was a 1v1 player. And through the years, we've had him and Donna and other players. Yo, Ronnie! Thank you for the big fatty host. Much appreciate. I was just getting into the story here of Lillekanin, how he's actually for a long time in Starcraft 2 been a 2v2 player. He's had 2v2 meta builds. One of my favorite games that just blew me away was a long time ago. This is years back. Him and Donna were playing. Donna's a Zerg player for those who don't recognize the name. And Lillekanin just went like 7 command centers and no barracks, no real units, no nothing. And he was just feeding the Zerg player. And the Zerg player just made unlimited roaches off of one base because of all the money he was getting from the Terran. There are cool 2v2 tactics. They are rare and they are not oftentimes the best. But when they get to shine, like that particular series, here I am remembering it many, many years later, right? So anyways, Spacemarine, we'll see how he holds up. I've got some faith in Lillekanin, but at the end of the day, I gotta stress it. It's uThermal, top tier pro player. Goblin, who should be if he had a little more confidence. Goblin's like the Scarecrow. No, Goblin's like the lion from Wizard of Oz. He just needs to go get a little courage and he'll be like really good. But anyways, Roddy, thank you so much for not just the host, but also playing today. I'm sorry that I didn't get to catch any of your games. I was hoping to, but I guess we got that last series a little too late. I hope to see you for the other ones too, man. For those who don't know, we are doing 3 more 2v2 cups in the next week and a half. So 1 more this week for North America, and then 2 next week, another European one and another North American one. And then of course, a big playoffs finale. Over $1,000 raised now thanks to you guys through Matcherino. And quick reminder, !Matcherino in the chat, everybody, so that you can go redeem those coupon codes and help us build up for more. But I've shown this on camera thrice and have yet to mention the fact that Goblin's done a proxy robo. Well, he's kind of done a proxy a little bit of everything here. This is really funny to me because this would not be like, it's not even that it's proxy like for the sake of a proxy. His tech has been entirely hidden in the corner of the map. And while Spacemarine does what typical Protoss things do, making a lot of Phoenix, those might not be out in time to stop this. If they kill the Warp Prism, they stop Goblin's attack outright. But otherwise, there's a distinct lack of detection to deal with that Dark Shrine that I'm a little worried about. As I mentioned too, guys, like this, in pretty much every Protoss game you see in these 2v2 tournaments, you're going to see Phoenix. Maybe not every single game, but more often than not, and more often than you'd see in 1v1. Phoenix are really, really great units, but their big weakness, obviously, is their limitation through energy. That's kind of covered by having an ally. So anyways, these oh my god, that single, if he just killed that pylon, what a hiccup that would cause. But scan from Lillekanin covers the natural. I don't believe there's another scan available yet, but there will be soon. So unfortunately for Space Marine, he's still going to bleed out a few more workers by the looks of things. Or maybe not. Goblin shifts his focus here a little bit. Starts taking on some of the SCVs from Lillekanin. Neither player to the top side has a great economy right now as a kind of consequence to this. He lifted up the SCV, and I thought that was a mistake, and I believe it was, but that was a really sick pickup because it did technically save it from the DT. But this was so much damage done by our boy Goblin, who, by the way, was not at all affected by this. This wasn't some cheesy all-in. He's got a natural base. His saturation's 40 probes deep. Goblin just got these two the biggest lead, and keep in mind, up to this point, uThermal has done nothing at all other than maybe throw him some minerals. Oh, this is what I was talking about earlier in the last series. Like I said, a true friend is not the friend that goes to your wedding. A true friend is not the guy who picks you up when you're drunk. A true friend is the guy who builds missile turrets in your mineral line, because he's always got your back. I love to see it. True camaraderie. Meanwhile, topside looks like there's still chaos here with DTs. One scooped up and not dying. Chipping away at the pylon. I mean, this is really annoying. Lillekanin and Spacemarine were already in a pretty frustrating spot as a result of this, but oh no, the scan. No, he's gonna lose the missile turret. Okay, saves the missile. My God, saves the missile turret. So this is a little bit less chaos to deal with. Other side of the map, Lillekanin was scouting with a barracks because, as I mentioned before, he's a mech player, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Not great though because of the barracks going down. Yeah, that's gonna be GG. Sees the expansion. It's too much. The DTs were too much. Let's give it up, not for uThermal and Goblin, but let's give it up for Goblin. That boy just destroyed that series. Well, that game. It is, of course, a fresh series, and it is now going to be loser's pick favoring Lillekanin and his ally. Okay. Game number 2, spawning here on the top left side of the field. We have the Green Terran player,
Lillekanin.
Small Bunny, and his ally, the Blue Protoss,
Spacemarine.
spawning here on the bottom right. These guys are up 1-0 in the series. We have the Teal Protoss,
Goblin.
and the Red Terran,
uThermal.
up 1-0. Now, look, I don't want to talk too much about this, but just to answer a thing in the chat, why don't you just do more of these? I mean, the viewership today is pretty good. Yada, yada. I just got a big fat host from Roddy. That was obviously very helpful. Again, thank you so much to Roddy, and shout out to anyone from Roddy's stream who's too tone deaf to realize I don't know how to speak. You've stuck around. I appreciate it. But no, like I said, it's not about the money. There's no sponsor I need to please. Hey, we have a channel sponsor, by the way, unrelated, !Nord in the chat, nordvpn.com/base. Shout out to those guys. But this tournament, like I said, was a community funded thing. So realistically, we just approached this with fun. And I've got this attitude, for those who don't know the channel very well. I don't mind not being, not being able to budget, a payment for myself. I'm paying the admin out of pocket. None of this is meant to make you guys feel bad. I'm just saying those are costs I'm totally okay with eating if it means we get some cool, fun games out of it. And because you guys provided such a big prize pool, it's very easy for me to justify that stuff. So the community speaks loud with its money. And if you want to see more 2v2 tournaments, support this tournament. If you want to see more 2v2 tournaments, help us create new ones in the future. Otherwise, like I said, I just like Starcraft. Like, it doesn't matter. For me, it's not about 1v1, 2v2, Archon mode, whatever. I just love Starcraft. And every time I get to watch some pros play and some really high-level players go at it, I'm always going to have a good time. So again, for stuff like this, if you want to see more, let's make this match arena page super, super successful. Let's dump a bunch of subs or donations. But point is, if this tournament goes well, I'm absolutely going to be encouraged to do more of them. But just to be clear, at the time of saying this is the only 2v2 tournament we have planned. And while I'm open to the idea of more, I'm not planning any as we speak. Now, a couple of small details in this game. Goblin has once again set up proxies. I don't know if this is so much for the sake of proxying, so much as it is, what? Gross. Okay, it looks like Bella is going to a different best of 3. You can't just randomly write coming. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, I think this has a lot more to do with hiding information. So for uThermal and Goblin, yes, Goblin's doing these really abusive things that are super frustrating, but most importantly, our top team has no way to really see that, because while they got a full scout of the actual main base, ooh, whose ping is that? Spacemarine signals to retreat. I guess this thing fall back from the ramp. He's setting up some shield batteries, but they're already breaking in. Battlecruiser's on the way for uThermal too, by the way. We might have some Battlecruiser memes if this game's not over first. Aliens rush into the mineral line, probes are pulled. This is chaos, and there's almost nothing here to defend. The shield battery's up, and that's great, but you know, the shield battery is static. It cannot move, and there's no reason for uThermal to run into the shield battery. Instead, just run northwards and go claim some SCV kills. Add this to the worker kill count. Space Marine now shut down to 14 workers, is in a pretty unrecoverable position, in my opinion. Some dude chipped in 300. Yeah, TJ Juxon. I don't know if he's actually here right now, but he's the guy who kind of helped spearhead this in BC's community. Like, I'm not trying to take credit for this. At every opportunity, I've been trying to highlight that, right? Like, BC's community is really what fueled this. I'm happy to facilitate it. But while TJ Juxon did throw in 300 bucks, another 600, 400, whatever, 700, whatever came from you guys through small contributions and big alike. So I love seeing that kind of community focus. That's always good to see. Anyways, this attack has been held off, but I mean, this came at kind of a great cost. Space Marine's economy was disrupted very badly through this. They don't have the means to deal with the follow-up. Goblin still has this aggression on this side to deal with, and let's not forget about that battlecruiser that's popping in a few seconds. What's even on the map that can shoot up right now? Like nothing. A void ray? A void ray and a stalker and a couple marines. This battlecruiser might just be the trump card. A lot of subs coming in right now. Oh, because Full Metal Octopus just gifted a bunch out. Hey, Full Metal Octopus, thank you for gifting out 5 subs, man. GG's get called. Do we even get to see the battlecruiser? No! All right, uThermal and Goblin steal the series 2-0.